Hey, I'm Nick Casale. Primarily, I'm in charge of all things, art and design. So everything from like pedal logos to the artwork that actually goes on the products themselves, the packaging that they ship in, key artwork that we launch everything with, print advertising, digital advertising, motion graphics, animation, and also the last couple of years I've been getting a lot more into the industrial design and UI UX side of things, which has been really fun. And in addition to all that, you can sometimes even see me trying to play guitar in some of our video content. My main instrument's guitar, kind of has been for a while. I've been playing since I was 14 or 15, and considering my age now, I should probably be a lot better than I am. But anyways, it was right before COVID. It was 2019. It was like October or something. Anyways, Massive Attack, one of my favorite bands of all time, performed Mezzanine in its entirety at the Palladium. It was the 21st anniversary show, and everybody was there. It just sounded incredible. Everything was perfect. I was like right in the front, and it was just an awesome show. A lot of metal, mostly. Just been getting back into it pretty hard the last year or two. Just probably the state of the world and just feeling the need to vent a little bit of frustration, I think. I don't know. But a lot of Lamb of God, a lot of Mastodon, Meshuggah, Gojira, Slipknot. But I've also been listening to a lot of a band that I kind of never stopped listening to, and I think they're ridiculously underrated and still so good, which is Seven Dust. They're very influential for me as a guitar player. Not even going to try to rank them, but I would have to say, first of all, Ashes of the Wake from Lamb of God. Still probably my favorite metal album of all time. Just some of the best riffs in the game, and it's still just, I think it's perfect from start to finish, and I still listen to it pretty regularly to this day. It's also one of the first albums back in the day when I was, kind of new to guitar-ish, that I really devoted myself to learning, pretty perfectly from start to finish, and it's still one of my favorite albums to play along to. And there's definitely not a video of 19-year-old me in my buddy's basement who was a sick drummer covering that whole album. The other one I would have to say is Sound Awake from Carnival, another just perfect album. Might be a little bit of a curveball, but the first Third Eye Blind album, it just has some of the best lyrics, best songwriting, best production, just unbelievably creative use of open tunings, and just some of my favorite guitar work of all time. And it was pretty pivotal for me as a guitar player, and one of the reasons why I spent years in everything but E standard. And it's just a ridiculously good album. The other one I would have to say would be Young Mountain. That was like my gateway drug into post-rock. And then finally, I would have to say probably either Science or Make Yourself from Incubus. Probably Make Yourself is like the main reason that I got so into guitar pedals and still am very into guitar pedals. So yeah, that would have to be my top 5. The Thing, John Carpenter's version, obviously. The original Black Christmas, which is 1974, Star Trek The Motion Picture. Anything from Paul Verhoeven, so RoboCop, Starship Troopers, Total Recall. And then just, I can't pick, so anything from Christopher Guest. My favorite is maybe a bit of a curveball, I don't know. Waiting for Guffman, I love that one. But they're all great. The ones I use the most are definitely Deco and Compadre. I think I kind of always have a little bit of tape saturation from Deco on. I kind of can't turn it off at this point. If I had to pick one, I would have to say my trusty Timeline. I actually got this, not this specific one, but Timeline back when it launched, and I kind of been using it regularly ever since, even years before I started working here. And it's just kind of like my Desert Island delay pedal, so I would have to choose Timeline. So this will probably change in a couple weeks, who knows, but at the moment I would have to say this, which is the Silktone Fuzz Plus from Silktone. When I was at NAMM in January, a couple months ago, I tried this for the first time. It'd always been on my radar. I want to try that thing. It looks cool. and tried it. Basically begged them to just let me take the floor unit from NAMM, which is exactly what that is. And yeah, that thing rules. It is pretty fun. So that's probably my favorite one at the moment. Honestly, I am not sure. I haven't been there in a while. I'm a remote guy here in upstate New York. I lived in LA for like 15, 16 years, and that's, when I started working with Strymon back then. If I had to pick a favorite, though, it would be, as an unapologetic Star Trek fan, would be this big, beautiful 1/350th scale Enterprise. But yeah, I guess I would have to pick that. Besides, of course, my family, who is up here in their own tier, I would have to say good coffee. And I mean like good coffee. Fresh roasted, fresh ground, brewed properly in a pour over or French press. The good stuff. Can't live without it. And then, of course, sleep, which I do not get enough of, but those are some things I can't live without.